Self-propelled artillery systems with large cannons and devastating high-explosive shells have long become popular with our players, thanks to their unique gameplay. Our recent update added one of the most modern tank destroyers of this type to the Chinese tech tree, the PLZ05. The first thing you see on this vehicle is its enormous 155mm gun with a barrel length of 52 calibers. That's more than 8 meters. This length allows it to propel shells past 900 meters per second, so great ballistics are guaranteed. More than that, this vehicle comes with a laser rangefinder that takes mere seconds to calculate the distance and set the vertical correction. The entire ammo pool of the vehicle is stored in the turret rear, and some of it is in the loading mechanism that provides an impressive rate of fire, 8 shots per minute. As the cherry on top, this rate is independent of the skill and number of crew members. As for ammo types, the PLZ05 brings a few nice little goodies. Number 1 is a classic high explosive with 8 kilos of TNT and a penetration rate of up to 60 millimeters of armor. If this baby flies into the front of any tank, it's almost guaranteed to break the roof and incapacitate the crew. Surprisingly, it might have difficulties when shooting the sides of enemy vehicles. The thing is, the hull and turret sides on most tanks are flat, so the explosive shockwave can't always reach the vulnerable roof. If you see a side, you need to either aim for the commander's cupola and other similar features, or load a different shell. And for that case, the PLZ05 has a semi-armor-piercing round. Its effect is somewhere in between high explosive and armor-piercing. If it penetrates, it explodes inside the crew compartment. But if the armor is strong enough to stop the shell, its warhead with 5 kilos of TNT detonates right on the armor. Shell number 3 is an HEVT. It's not too convenient to use against ground targets, but something flying carelessly around? Bring it on. Just don't get too excited, and leave some for your team's air defense players. Now, we got a bit carried away talking about the firepower and never mentioned anything about mobility and armor. But you gotta admit, does an HE slinger really need much else besides a great gun? Anyways, an 800 horsepower engine is good enough to move around the battlefield. It's not too fast, but a vehicle like this one doesn't need to set speed records. As for armor, well, it does protect from machine gun fire, so thanks for that. Let's leave miracle survivability to machines of other classes. The PLZ05's main goal is to give you satisfaction with each shot and create entertaining explosions.